Hello students, I am Surbhi Gupta and today we are going to discuss class 7th topic, that is lines and angles. We are going to do the introduction of the topic and based on that we will do some of the questions. So let's start with the topic. It's a class 7th topic, lines and angles. Now the first thing we need to understand in this topic is, what do you understand by a line segment and a ray? First of all, line. A line is something which you can extend either in both the directions. A line which, suppose this is a line, this line can be extended in either directions. There is no end to it. So I can extend it from this point also. I can extend it from this point also endlessly. There is no end point to this line. So this is known as a line. But when I talk about line segment means which has two end points. This is point A, this is point B. This line segment has two end points which are known as A and B. If it cannot be extended in either directions endlessly, there is a limit to it. So this is known as a line segment and this is a line which we can extend in either directions. Now the third thing is ray. When I talk about ray, ray can be extended in a single direction. A line which points in a single direction, that is known as a ray. Now we talk about angle. What do you understand by an angle? Whenever two lines or two line segments or two rays with a common vertex meet, then they form an angle. Here two lines intersect each other. The angle is formed like this. This angle is formed. This angle is formed. These are two line segments with end points. They intersect each other. This is the angle formed. This is the angle formed. This is the angle formed and this is the angle formed. These are two rays which are pointing in a particular direction. Now this is the angle formed by two rays with a common vertex O. Right? So in this way angle is formed. Now if I talk about, suppose it is written as, this is written to you. This is written. How we have to read it? Small m means major. This represents angle. And which is the angle? This. Right? So can I write it as measure of angle AOB. This thing is pronounced as measure of angle AOB. This is the short form and this is the full form. So you must know that how we have to read this. Okay. Now if I talk about angles, we know from 0 to 90 degree. If an angle lies between 0 to 90 degree, it is known as an acute angle. If an angle is 90 degree complete, it is only 90 degree. It is not less than 90 degree. It is not greater than 90 degree. It is particular 90 degree. Then that angle is known as right angle. If an angle lies between 90 degree to 180 degree, this angle is known as complete. This is known as straight angle. Okay, 0 to 90 degree acute angle, 90 degree right angle, 90 to 180 obtuse angle, 180 degree straight angle. Now, we will talk about complementary angles. Complementary angles. What are complementary angles? If two angles are given to you and their sum is equal to 90 degree, then the angles are known as complementary angles. When sum of two angles is equal to 90 degree, then the angles are known as complementary angles. Suppose the angle is given to you. This angle is 40 degree and this angle is 50 degree. Then 50 plus 40, 90 degree. This means these both angles are complementary angles. That is, sum of two angles given to you is always equals to 90 degree. You can find it also if one angle is given to you and you have to find out the other angle. How you have to find out? We know sum of two angles is equal to 90 degree. So if one angle is given to you 50 degree and in the question it is given find out the other angle. So you can write it as 550 degree plus angle 2 is 90 degree. Angle 2 is equal to 90 degree minus 50 degree, which is equal to 40 degree. So we can find out the other angle also. In this way you can solve sums based on complementary angles. Now we talk about supplementary angles. Supplementary angles. In complementary angles, the sum of angles is 90 degree. In supplementary, the sum of two angles is equal to 180 degree. Suppose an angle is given to you. This is 130 degree and this angle is 50 degree. So 130 plus 50, 180. So these are both supplementary angles. If you have asked, suppose we have given a question that one angle is 100 degree and find the other supplementary angle. So we know sum of two angles is 180 degree. One angle is 100 degree and we have to find out the other angle. So how we have to find out? 180 minus 100 degree, which is 80 degree. So in this way we can find out the other supplementary angle. Right? Now we talk about adjacent angles. What are adjacent angles? What are adjacent angles? This is A, this is B, this is C, and this point is O. The angles which are formed like this are known as adjacent angles. Angle 1, angle 2 are adjacent angles. Those angles which have a common arm. Now, this arm OB, this arm is common. Here, this lies with this also, this angle also, and this arm lies with this angle also. So, this is the common arm. O is the common vertex, and the non-common arms are opposite to each other. So how we have to define the adjacent angles? Those angles which have a common arm, a common vertex, and the non-common arms are opposite to each other are known as adjacent angles, right? Now, next we talk about linear pair. Linear pair. The linear pair is always formed on a straight line. This is a straight line. On this straight line, this is the two angles formed with a common arm OB. This is the common arm OB, and the two angles are adjacent to each other, right? This angle and this angle are adjacent to each other. Now, one thing you have to take into consideration is these two angles are adjacent to each other, no doubt. But these two angles are formed on a straight line. This is a straight line, and these two angles are formed on a straight line. Whenever two angles are adjacent to each other and they are formed on a straight line, then the sum of these two angles is always equal to 180 degree, forming a linear pair. So this angle plus this angle is equals to 180 degree linear pair, right? You have to write it in the bracket, linear pair. Always two angles adjacent to each other with a common arm and on a straight line, then they form a linear pair. The sum of these two angles always comes out to be 180 degree. So if this angle is given to you 80 degree, so what will be this angle? 100 degree. Only then they both form sum as 180 degree. So in this way you can find out another angle if one angle is given to you. Next we talk about vertically opposite angles. Whenever two lines intersect each other, vertically opposite angles. Suppose these two lines intersect each other. This is angle A, this is angle B, and this is angle C. Right? Whenever two lines intersect, angle is formed. So this is angle A, this is angle B, this is angle C. We say that when two lines intersect each other, then the angle opposite to each other are always equal. That means angle B is equals to angle C, vertically opposite angles. But how we have to prove it? First look at this. A plus B equals to 180 degree linear pair. This is a straight line, this is a common arm, and these two angles are adjacent. So both the angles form the sum of 180 degree linear pair. This we have done right now. Similarly, A plus C is also 180 degree linear pair. A plus C, this is a straight line, this is a common arm, and these two angles are adjacent. So A plus C is also 180 degree. Now look carefully. If A plus B is 180, A plus C is 180, can we say B is equals to C? And how B is equals to C? Vertically opposite angles. So in this way we can prove B and C are vertically opposite angles and they are always equal to each other. So if one angle is given to you when two lines intersect each other, if this is 50 degree, this is automatically 50 degree, and you can write in the reason vertically opposite angles. So in this way you can do multiple questions related to adjacent angles, complementary angles, supplementary angles, and many more. right? I hope this topic is clear to you. Thank you very much.